where another group of nervous racing rookies are good to go. This is the white group in the Caterham Academy, backed this year by City Magazine. And the championship, which is open only to novices, has had 2 sprints already this year. This first race has Ben Gillies, the championship leader, on pole position. James Beardwell with him at the front of the grid. The lights go out, we're racing. A very good start made by the white car of Jay McCormack up on the inside line, but on the run down towards turn 1, Ben Gillies it is who has the advantage. They work their way now through that fast left-hander. The bank turn 1 takes you to the Dean hairpin, and you can see just how wide it is, and especially in nice narrow cars like Caterham's, lots of overtaking opportunities here. 3 abreast for second, everybody scrambles in far too quickly, brakes far too late, and a really shuffled order coming out the other side. Who, if anybody, has managed to come through securely? 74, James Beardwell it is. Now, he was the man that won the sprint at Aintree. Very different discipline, though, circuit racing compared to sprinting. 18 round the outside there is Dave Bullock, the engineer, gaining a place. But up front, as they turn their way through the infield, is number 74. So James Beardwell, the precision engineer, has made a really good fist in the first few corners. He leads the way. They work their way round the midpoint of the lap. Squabbles rage on all the way through the field, coming out of the right-hander at Chapman curve up through the pit path. Alex Heslip there in 41 goes through, but the race leaders now head down towards Gracelands, this long, fast corner. And up front, Beardwell trying here to build the advantage. Tucked up behind him in 25 is Jay McCormack. Whoops, somebody's got it wrong in the background. Big impact there. 44, David Ridley was the spinner. Others have got involved. Alex Heslip, I think, has gone ploughing into him. Paul Brady was involved as well. Brady gets going again in the background, but we've got cars off. There's one. Is there another? Where's Heslip gone to? There he is on the other side of the road. So we've got 2 cars stationary, I'm afraid. They are going to need retrieving, I would have thought. It may well be that the safety car gets deployed here as the race leaders work their way up towards the timing line where James Beardwell it is leading the way. The rest of the pack queued up behind as they come now over the timing line, past the pits. 58 goes through, that being James Potts, global macro trader in the black car, and he's trying to gain ground as well on the run down towards turn 1. The safety car is deployed, but it's missed the leader. So now confusion reigns. The safety car has been deployed, but, and it happens so often for reasons unknown, it has not picked up the leader. It's been deployed late. So you've got the top 3, and then the safety car. And indeed, to try and get order restored, out comes a red flag. The race is stopped, and that will put people back onto the grid, and we can have another go at it. So big frustration as the field is now being brought round to the restart. So here's the replay. It was David Ridley that got it wrong. He's sideways, and look, the car spears across the road, bang, straight into the path of Alex Heslip. Others scatter in avoidance, and so we're ready for the restart here. Out go the lights, everybody blasts away. Another good start made by Jay McCormack on the run up towards turn 1, but Ben Gillies in the silver car, the championship leader, makes a really tough start this time. He was quickest of all of them at Caterham to win the second round, the sprint that was held there, but a tardy getaway here. Down towards Dean for the first time, hard on the brakes, into the left-hander, and who's it going to be that comes through ahead this time, as again people scramble out wide. A big drama for 28, losing it there, Richard Toomey, the traffic technology company man, facing the wrong way sadly, and he's going to be behind all the traffic now. He's flat last as he rejoins. Out of yet would they come. Number 10 charging on is Paul Vernon, the former yachting champion and British sailing team member. But up front, as the cars turn their way towards us for the first time, it is, as before, James Beardwell who is leading the way. He's made a very good start for the second time of asking. And he's got the pack behind him now as they work their way up towards the midpoint of the lap. And you can see just how competitive the Academy is. All of these drivers learning all the while. Paul Brady goes through in 73. Remember, he was caught up in the skirmish that stopped the race earlier on. But the field now turning its way down towards Gracelands. And there, up front, James Beardwell trying to build the advantage. Somebody else in strife there. Number 20 it is that goes off the road. And that's Spencer Wright, the plumber's merchant up the spout, I'm afraid. He's in the gravel, he's out of the race. And is that going to be an interruption as well? We'll find out in a moment. Dave Bullock turning his way through Tarzan. There's another spinner there as well. Somebody facing the wrong way. Look, it's all action. The first group, impeccably well behaved. The second group, lively. Let's put it that way. Number 69, Eric Tibb, the company director in the pretty blue and white livery, right on the tail there of James Potts as they turn their way up towards turn 4. Safety car is deployed. And this time, there's no messing. This time it has picked up the race leader. So up towards the Dean hairpin it comes. Everybody behind has slowed right down. And now they are going to be in good order, ready for the restart. But of course, first of all, that car needs moving out of harm's way. And let's have a look at how it all happened. It was a three-way battle, almost four. And unfortunately, with a bit too much pace, Spencer Wright lost it. Too quick into the corner. The back comes around on him and he's off into the gravel bed as we are good to go racing now. The circuit is clear. Safety car will peel back in. And it's a three-way fight for the lead then. James Beardwell ahead of Ben Gillius, and then in third place, Jay McCormack's white car. So it's a three-way battle for honours. We go racing. Where's the rest of the field? Because in fourth place, a really sluggish start from James Potts. He's caught napping as the leaders work their way up over the line. Into turn one they go, through that fast left, and Ben Gillius here trying to make his move up on the inside. Is he going to be able to do it? Not there, he's not. They make the run now down towards the Dean hairpin again. Gillius to the outside, who is going to be the last of the late breakers here. Well, he actually gets mugged by Jay McCormack. Gillius on the outside line, left the door open. McCormack comes up the inside and takes the place away. Now they sprint their way down towards Yentwood. Through the corner, side by side, McCormack forced out wide, grabs a gear. He's trying to go around the outside of James Beardwell here. But Beardwell, for the moment, hangs on to the place. Up they come. Beardwell, the leader. Tucked up behind him, Jay McCormack. And then third, Ben Gillius. Now, can the championship leader get in on the act here? They work their way down now towards Tarzan once again. And the clock is ticking away. They might just squeeze one more lap out of all of this. But Beardwell up front has got McCormack and then Gillius breathing down his neck. Through Tarzan they turn. Also a little battle developing lower down the order as well, because you've got the car of James Potts now starting to be caught by Caroline Everett. Out of the Tarzan hairpin, another key part of the track to overtake on that. And then the run once more down School Straight. Race leaders trying to get away all the while. James Beardwell with a good advantage. Philip Bianchi there going through, the Maltese driver. Race leaders come over the timing line and they're going to get, I think, just one more lap out of the race now. This is for the race lead. Beardwell versus McCormack. Side by side up towards the braking zone. Big lock up by both of them. Beardwell goes through but gets sideways and round he goes. He gift wraps the lead to Jay McCormack. And Jacob Beardwell, having driven so well for so long, makes a mistake, drops it, and through into the lead goes Jay McCormack, now being chased hard by Ben Gillius. Up through Chapman Curve they go, the two of them running together now. Hard on the brakes, Ben Gillius almost into the back of Jay McCormack there. And even though these two are squabbling, is it going to give a chance back to James Beardwell? Maybe, to catch back up once again. He's certainly pushing on, there's no doubt about that. Last lap of the race then, as they work their way down now through Gracelands. Ben Gillius has sat on the back of that little lead battle. He's chipped himself into contention, and he might yet be able to make a move as they work their way down to Tarzan again. Can't get up the inside there, or can he on the exit? No, not quite. What he really needs is a demon exit coming out of the next little sequence up towards the banking at turn 4. Into the braking zone they go now. Can he dive up the inside? He thinks about it, but it's narrow, this section of the circuit. He's got the inside line. No, he has to back out of it, so McCormack has the advantage again. Third, right back with them is James Beardwell as they make the run up towards the line. The checker flag is going to be at the ready now. And Jay McCormack is going to come through to score his first ever race win. Ben Gillius second and James Beardwell is third. Another cracking race, and it's Jay McCormack who scores victory. And that was proper Caterham racing. Action all the way. Racing rookies at Rockingham. Philip Yankee rounds out the top 6 behind Caroline Everett.